First, let's go over how you're going to be graded and make sure we're on the same page because you don't have a copy of this rubric. Okay, you are welcome to take a picture of this rubric if you think you'll need it. I will also upload a picture of it onto Canvas. But so today is Thursday, and so what we talked about yesterday, remember, was that everything is going to be due next Wednesday on the 17th. But these dates are just to keep you on track. So like today, all these parts, the information, the savings, the budget, and the consolidate your debt need to be done today. So if you don't finish it by the end of class, it is what? Homework, because tomorrow you cannot do year one. Are you listening, Evan? You cannot do year one unless this is finished, okay? I have to see it complete before I will allow you to do the next piece because you cannot complete it, okay? And then so on and so on. There's a 40-point Canvas quiz, so the project is worth 60 and the Canvas is worth 40. Any questions on grading and dates and all that? Okay, all right. So yesterday, I know in my class, we went ahead and got all of our jobs yesterday, and everyone has savings, yes? Okay, so the first thing we want to do today is go ahead and, did we write this savings amount right here? Yeah. Okay, so please, if you haven't, go ahead on the next page and write in how much you have in savings, okay? Tomorrow, you will get what's called the choices packet. In the choices packet, we'll have savings goals. Like I said yesterday, like a trip to Disney World, a jet ski, a boat, whatever. And so you're going to put that savings goal up here tomorrow, but for now, we're just going to leave that blank, okay? I want to go over a few of these things, especially since we have a recording. Once we are done with directions, okay, if you're like, wait, what? Because I wasn't paying attention. If I have to re-explain it, it will cost $3,000 out of your savings account. Okay, now that does not mean I don't want you to ask questions because y'all know me, especially. You may ask a question, and I'll be like, oh, I totally forgot to say that. Okay, so I'll say that. That wouldn't cost you anything. But if you ask a question, I'm like, we already talked about that. So if I answer it, it'll cost you. Or we talked about you can go to another student, $1,000 minimum. But they can negotiate with you, but they could charge you $1,000 or $1,500 if you go to a student. And remember, we said in the savings things, like if I ask Shrey the question, then Shrey gets to add money to his, but then I would have to subtract money from mine. Does everyone follow that? Okay. And then the same things with going to the restroom. That's not a big deal in first period, but the rest of the day it is. Pencils, I don't even have any. Scratch paper, notice it's gone. Bail. We talked about that if you're doing something after the pool, again, not really talking about this class, but other classes in the day, then it will be $500. And then other expenses may arise, and I heard one yesterday that was really good about your phone, like those phones need to be put away, and if they're out when they're not supposed to be, then you know, that could be a reason for me to fine. Okay, does anyone have any questions about the savings account? This is something that's an ongoing thing, okay? All right, so let's get to the meat of today. By the way, going back to the rubric, you've already done this. You've already done this. So there's only 2 more things that you have to do today, all right? Okay, here we go. So now on the page with the budget, all right? It says use this form to calculate your net monthly income and create your budget. When you have completed your budget, sketch a pie chart for your spending. A couple of rules of thumb. Most financial advisors suggest not spending more than 1/3 on housing and to save at least 1/10 of your money. Now, you remember this packet, remember with the pig on the front? If you'll look through it, we did this before. Remember, we had examples in here. We had where they had the percentages on here, y'all. You don't have to copy those percents. Those are good guidelines. Does everybody understand? If you think when you look at your money that you're like, oh, I think I might spend more on housing or less on whatever. Okay, but right now, all of these numbers are projected numbers. I want you to underline the word projected. What does that mean?
What you wish.
What you wish. I love that you said that. It's what you think is going to happen in your budget. Okay, so right here where it says annual salary, that is your number that you got from this sheet right here. Okay, tax rate, again, whatever your rate is it goes here. Then in just a second, so I don't want to see any calculators moving, I'm still explaining. You're going to calculate your taxes, your annual income, and your monthly income. How do we get from here to here? Divide by 12, because annual income, monthly income is just divide by 12. Notice that I said to round to the nearest dollar. You might want to write that note to yourself. Okay, again, once I'm done talking, everything will still be on the smart for you to look at, but I'm not going to say it again. Okay? Okay, so now down here, you're going to do your percents. Please don't copy. I'm just saying, I want 30% for my housing, 15% for groceries, whatever. Okay, and then when I wrote check right here, what should my percents add up to? 100. Perfect. Once I have that 30%, I'm going to find 30% of this number right here, and I'm going to get a dollar amount. Is everyone clear? Let's just say my monthly income is $1,000. Well, what would 30% be? 300, right? We could all do that in our head, yes? Okay, and so notice it says round down. That means you're going to get some kind of a decimal number because it's not going to be easy, cheesy like that number. Round down, okay? When I say check right here, what should this be? It should equal this, or really, really close, like within a dollar, okay? Any questions right now? Sure, good. 3 questions. Okay. Once you've done your percent, yes.
How do you like do it on the pie chart?
That's where I was about to go. Once you have your percents here, then you're going to come over here on the pie chart. So like, I know that this would be 25%, right? Because that's a fourth. So 30% would be something like that. 15 would be something like that. Something like that, right? And you're just going to make them. And so I would put over here 30% housing. Again, y'all have your example in your packet with the pig on it. Yes? Okay. Down here, you've got some questions. How did you determine your budget? Did you need to make any special considerations after housing? Guys, y'all have to answer these questions. Do not leave anything blank. Okay? It's a major grade. All right. Last time, are there any questions from the budget page?
What does it mean by having
It wants to know, how did you determine your budget? Everybody's going to do this a little different.
we all come up with our own budget plan.
Right, like I was just making up these random numbers. So I'm not going to tell you my answer because then you're going to copy my answer. But I thought about, especially this one. And you go from there. Yeah, yeah. It just depends. Okay. Also, what might you say about this number? Well, don't y'all all have this number right here?
Oh, yeah.
Some of you have a lot of debt right now. So this number then, percentage-wise, is going to need to be significant in order for you to get it paid off, right? Some of you, though, have a low amount of debt, so you wouldn't need as much. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by making your decisions.
I think the second question on your page.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for telling me that. Okay, so this, I need to fix it. I changed it. My bad. Okay, this says choose your savings goal. We have to do that tomorrow because I don't have them. They belong in the choices packet, but I can't give you that because it has all the prices for the housing and the cars and all that. So I don't want you to see that before you do this. Because remember, today is projected what we wish we could do, not what reality says we're going to do.
Oh wait, how do you put your loan into a percent again? It's on the piggy bank.
Well, but we did it yesterday also. What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean?
Turning how much we have out of the debt in our debt into a percentage.
No. You are going to estimate. You're still making an estimation when it comes down to all these other things, right?
Okay.
And that's why, again, see, y'all, this, and we'll get to this tomorrow. When we really make your budget based on real life tomorrow, might they be different than this? They better be. I'm going to be honest with you. when they're the same, that looks pretty fishy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, come on, y'all. So this is an estimate, and you will get it right as long as this adds up to 100, this adds up to that, and you answer the question. 3 points. Everyone, it's really easy, okay? All right, now let's talk about the second page that you're going to do today. Consolidate your debt. So remember yesterday when we went into bankrate.com, okay? You're going to go to 3 different banks. Here are our 3 different banks, okay? Your loan amount. What is your loan amount going to be?
The thing you had on the other page.
Right here, amount of debt. That's your loan amount. So right now, everybody's gonna get that number from here. This is your debt number. And everybody has a different amount, okay? You're gonna go to Huffington, 6th, 3rd, and Capital 2. Your loan amount is here, whatever your number is. And so just like what's his name from yesterday, where he went to the 2 banks and he had to decide where he's gonna go, well, you won't know that until you finish filling this in. The monthly payment, all of this stuff that's empty, okay? After you filled it in for each bank, then you're going to choose one. Guys, I every year people forget to like put a check mark on one of these. What's going to drive that decision?
Less money.
Based on projected budget. It says right here. That means if you projected, let's just pretend, let's say you projected $500, then that means over here, let's just pretend my monthly payment was $300 here, it was $498 here, and it was $671 here. Which bank then would I choose based on my budget that I made? Which one? Which one?
Second one.
I just said, where did it go? I just said, what did we project? Y'all are paying attention. Right here. How much did I put? 500. So then which one should I pick? The second one, because that fits the best in my budget. Picking this one, while it would save me money, what would happen here though? It would probably be longer amount of time, but not necessarily. But I'm just saying you want to pick the one that you like. Although I'm going to look at this one. This is why I just gave these numbers. This is 96 months. So the fact that that's probably not going to happen here. That's going to be a lot cheaper. Okay. But whatever it is, you pick the one that works for your budget. There is no wrong answer. You just need to pick one. But whichever one you pick, then tomorrow when we actually start doing our real budgets, you have to use that one. Okay. Once you're done with that, that's all you have to do today. Questions? Sure. Going once for 3 questions? Twice? Okay. That's it. So grab a device for Bankrate. You have the rest of the time to work.